Hello. I'm still doing this whole learning how to set up on YouTube, do all stuff and everything. I'm James Lott Jr. Welcome to the Wide Army Spotlight and Recap here on JLJ Media. The screens together. My eyes are watering, not because I'm crying about this week. I have some allergy issues that are happening, and they're getting a little better, but they still are watering. But I'm okay. I have nothing bad going on. I'll let you guys come on in. We are here on JLJ Media. It's the beginning of the Sunday soap block. That's happening. Today we are here. I guess I'm gonna start telling you guys everything. Okay, it's going to happen. We are here. We are ready to talk about Y&R, the storylines I want to talk about. Sorry, I want to talk about. I have my Y&R mug. Look at my coffee. I have McDonald's orange juice. Like that. But yes, we are here. We're going to talk Y&R. So first, some little housekeeping notes. Today's beginning of Sunday soap block here on JLJ Media, which is every Sunday we talk about the different soaps, plus our friends and other stuff. So after this, at 12 noon, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is the Bold and Beautiful Mini Spotlight with me, Tammy Govea, and Amanda Russ. We got a lot to unpack on that one. Yes, we do. And then at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we have Daytime Today, your news source for entertainment on daytime with Tammy Govea and Candace Mack. Then at 4 p.m., it's our new time. Some folks were like getting it. I announced it 20 times, so I'm announcing it again. 4 p.m. now, it's GH Mini Spotlight and Recap. Me and Lucretia Lyon today, we're talking about all that's going on in our hospital. And then at 6 o'clock, we have a special. Hi, Kenneth. Hi, Clark. We have a special Forever and a Day after show. I don't know what they're going to talk about and what they're going to do, but I'm very curious to see what they're going to say. So they'll be on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. And then tonight, I have a special Extra Connections Live with my friend Adam Woods. We're both from Inglewood. His last name is Wood. He's younger than I am. We're going to talk it out. That will end the day. Yes, end the day. And hello. Yes, I have my new hairdo. I'm trying to bring back the high top fade. A little something on the side. Thank you, Rodelli. So now we're trying to work it out. Try something different. I get bored. I always just shave my head all the time. I may just shave it again. Who knows? But that's all. Oh, yes. And Dish and Days. Hello, Dish and Days at 3 o'clock. Go over to their channel. Dish and Days. Subscribe while you're there and watch them talk about days of our lives. A lot to unpack there too. A lot going on. Hi, Krista. Oh, Krista's on. Hi, Krista. Cherie, Rodelli. Rodelli, how long have you been watching our shows, Rodelli? Because you're like an OG, aren't you? You've been around for a long time. Kenneth Clark, you've been around for a long time too, kid. I mean, Kirsten, of course. And Kirsten is one that I've met years ago. We met. So I can say actually she's one of the ones in this room can say she's met me in person. Thank you. Yeah, so it's coming on. So good guys coming on. So thanks for joining me this morning. I have my orange juice, I have my coffee. Yes, I'm drinking out of a metal straw for safety. Or anything like that. The first thing I want to get out of the way is it saves our lives. But I'm trying to think, Rodelli, I remember you for, was it Bold? Was that why I remember you from this long? You've been following us for a long time. Tell me in the chat room. But that name I remember, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I mean, if I'm not, all these years, tell me if I am or not. Let me know. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the crossover because today and on Bold and Beautiful, we're gonna talk about it a little bit. There was some disappointment I saw in the chatter out there because Young and Restless, Bold and Beautiful announced this big 2-week crossover between both shows. Now, I'll tell you something. Before I make my comments, I want to say that I understand if you guys don't know this, some don't. Young and Restless and Bold and Beautiful tape at Television City, just here in Los Angeles, actually in Los Angeles proper. And and they are actually across the hall from each other. I've been on set to Young and Restless. I saw Bold and Beautiful across the way. I was in the same offices, so I've been there. So they're literally right across from each other. That's why they can cross over really easily. In terms of logistically, it's not like New York and LA. It's really easy. One of the things that I know is hard when you do a crossover, So you have two separate shows doing their own thing, two separate schedules. And that's on any crossover stuff. So you got to coordinate in advance how to incorporate the crossover, who's going to be crossing over, what's the storyline, and how that's going to fit, and who's going to go where, and that kind of stuff. And make sure it doesn't mess up with the flow of your regular shows. I know it's very hard, so I'll make sure I say that very much. That being all said, I was a little disappointed too. It could have been more. I mean, the way they touted it, I'm like, it could have been more. And Bold had no scenes of the crossover at all. So I'm assuming that's next week. So I'm really curious to see how they really pull that off over there. But in Y&R, they had the one scene where they landed. Okay, first of all, they were stranded because of snow weather, which was actually realistic. I'm sorry. I used to travel this time of year, and yes, you could easily be stranded by snow and ice, or actually the temperature. A lot of times it's not just the snow. The snow is fine. It's that if you go below a certain point, the wings will freeze up and you can't fly. So I kind of feel like that's kind of realistic, but it is wasted time. It was more about Summer and Billy talking, and we'll get to all that in a second. But she did land in LA. They were in a hotel room. Of course, Kyle and her had sex or whatever. Then she called Wyatt. And it was kind of cool seeing Darren Brooks on Y&R, talking on the phone. And then the next day on Friday, they had them at the lunch place they all go to on Bold and Beautiful. So it's kind of cool seeing a B&B set, a B&B set actually on Y&R. I thought that was very interesting. And I was just like, I couldn't believe it. And they had talked, and they actually set up a really cool setup for it. So it wasn't too far-fetched. JCV wants some publicity and stuff. Expense Publications knows about them. Why it was like, I follow you on social media. It all made sense. Everything made sense. And it was kind of like, okay, so they're setting it up. Now, when Summer brought up Sally's name, I almost forgot. That's right. Wyatt and them don't know what happened to Sally. They just know they know she left. They don't know where she is and what she's doing. So it made Summer was detective. She was. And I started laughing because it was like, it was kind of realistic. He was like, well, and Sally's on, Sally says, Sally Spector says hi. And Wyatt's face is like, what? That made me laugh. That totally made me laugh. I was like, oh my God. A side note, so Sam, yes, I'm working on getting an interview with Courtney Hope. She can't make it. She couldn't make it this weekend. So I am working on her. I'm not talking to her boyfriend, but I'm trying to get Courtney Hope on the show. So we're working on that. And working on some other things too. I bring you guys the guests. I bring you the guests. It's not always easy. It's about coordinating times and dates, but I will bring some people in the show. So she was spilling the tea, like, well, but trying to play like, well, I'm sorry if I really started something. I couldn't stop laughing, but it was so realistic. It was so like, that's what you would do. It's kind of like, because she wants to know what's going on. So I had a good laugh over that, but it was kind of fun. And her and Kyle taking pictures, and it was very much like when you come from the Midwest. And a lot of you guys, I don't know where all you guys are, but I used to live in cold weather. So it's like, I understand you go to California, you're like, oh my God, because right now, folks, I don't want to get you guys upset. It's 82 degrees in Los Angeles right now. I was wearing a tank top before I came on here. I had to put on a shirt. I didn't want to scare you guys. But it's very warm here. It's very sunny. It's very sunny right here. I can't even look to the side. I have a ring light on just because I need an even light, but this light, if I open these windows, it'll be like too bright in here. So yeah. So we got a taste of the crossover. I'm hoping next week, I guess it's more. But then, okay, you guys, answer me this. We're gonna get to the Jiraiya dancing in a second. Don't worry. But I want you guys to understand. I want you guys to tell me what you feel about this. Phyllis and Victoria keep talking about this CFO that had to resign for embezzlement in Los Angeles. They keep talking about it. So are they going to LA too? Is Phyllis going to LA? Is Victoria going to LA? Is there something, or are they coming to, I'm like, maybe I'm just reading into it or something, but they keep mentioning Los Angeles. So I was like, what's going on? I don't know. Like, what's going on? I'm like, I mean, are they going to, is that part of the storyline too? Is that part of the crossover? I'm like, oh. So I don't know. So yeah, so I don't, I'm just kind of, I wonder what you guys think, if that's something that's possibly going to happen. Oh, sorry, my email came on and I wanted it off because I wanted beeping and stuff. There you go. So it's very interesting to see that they kept mentioning that. Now this leads back to going before they landed in LA, because they got there to LA first, and Billy and Lee had to go to Seattle next. This was the dumbest part of the storyline that I just was like, they're on a small private plane. Supposedly, Kyle and Lily are asleep. So that's when you decide to suddenly talk about what you did, several years ago now? There was a whole different Phyllis back then. Like, really? Like, now is when you talk about it in front of them? It was like, I mean, it just was like, so now Lily has a problem with it, of course. And now she knows. And now I'm just like, it was kind of a dumb part to get that out. Yeah, I know Victoria and Bill have a scene together right now. It'd be kind of fun. Yeah, I was kidding. And I was just like, I don't know, it was just a dumb thing. I don't know. That just was dumb. But it came out. Lily's upset. I'm not even for Billy and Lily anyway, so I don't care. I have to say, Summer had a cute bra on. Cute bra. She had a cute bra on when they got to LA. She took off her top and they're about to do it in the bed or whatever. And that bra, they featured that bra a lot in that scene. I was like, oh, it's very cute. A little shout out to whoever made that bra. To make sure I mention that. And meanwhile, Sally and Jack are talking. And Sally, of course, doesn't tell exactly what, she doesn't say exactly what is going on, what happened in Los Angeles, but she kind of intimates that there's some stuff that she would like to keep quiet so it doesn't affect her status now, which makes sense to me. And Lauren comes in with her, I want you to do social media, social campaign or whatever for Friend Wars, which is the marketing for stuff. So that was a good thing. So, and Sally's hair was like bone straight. She had a bone straight hairdo. It was like she got that flat iron. It was like, whoosh. It was damn. I was like, go, bitch. Okay. She got that hair. It was all just like, I was like, oh, girl, so cute. Love a redhead. So that was cute. Where do I go to next? We'll talk about them now then. The scenes that are really good, and you guys are mentioning it already, that I thought, wow, and this is going to be probably Emmy real for them. Okay, let's drink first. Yes, Sherry, I agree also. She came out a long time ago, the Billy thing. We didn't do that. So, Misha Morgan, once again, proves why she's an Emmy-worthy actress. And that chick who plays her mother, I got to look up who she is, who's giving me, like Kenneth Clark said last week, Diane Carroll vibes. It was a very interesting scene. There was her mother, her biological mother was very reserved and very matter of fact. And watching Amanda's face, played by Misha Morgan, react to her just plainly telling her. Amanda, being a lawyer, understands plain speak and understands that, but she's in a personal space right now. And hear her talk about what had happened, and especially how she had no say in it. Even though, like man said, they took your babies and you didn't even ask where they were. I kind of get that part, but she was very matter of fact. My life was this way at a time. It goes to show that life isn't black or white. And not saying she was right for what happened, but she explained it step by step. She comes from a God-fearing family, prominent family. But I was like, you came back from college pregnant. I'm like, if you were high school pregnant, it'd be a little different. But you're in college, you could have laid it up. I don't know. That's just me. But I guess any scandal's a scandal. I guess. I mean, that's what it is. But watching Amanda's face take it all in, to process it, and go, wow, this really sucks. I'm hearing this. And also, and see, and the funny thing is, Misha Morgan, the actress, and Amanda, the character, had to also represent the dead twin sister. She had to kind of speak for Hillary. So it's funny that they didn't do this when she played Hillary. They didn't. It's funny they didn't go this way. They didn't do that. They did it with Amanda. So I guess in some ways, that's kind of cool. So now we're getting a whole full story. We knew about Cousin Rose and all that from the Hillary storyline, but now we're getting this whole story. So I find it as a writer myself, I find it fascinating. They decided to choose that now, and it was a good one. And her demanding love for herself, in spite of what she's hearing, she's saying it to her mother, but she's saying it to herself, right? I'm sure you guys agree with that. She's telling herself as Amanda, I deserve love and I deserve happiness. No matter where I've come from, I need to fight for myself. And literally for Hillary, she was like, it's funny how she was, I almost wish Hillary was alive. These twins could just like attack her at the same time. But her mother was like, and she said something that was really interesting that I agree with all the time. She said she felt bad and some remorse, but she didn't feel bad because she had a good life. And Amanda went right into lawyer mode. Sounds like you're compartmentalizing. And she goes, no, I can have two independent thoughts about the same thing, which I say that all the time. It's complicated. It's complicated sometimes, but you can have two thoughts of the same situation and both make sense and work. Again, not saying the mom's right or anything. Amanda was a baby. She was a girl. She's just asking for answers. But her mother's just was like, this is how it was. I liked how plain speak she talked to her. She just was like, I'm not going to give you some fake answers or anything like that. I'm just going to tell you it's how it went. It's how it was. It's how it was back then. And, and when she said, I'm a good mother, that they flashed to Amanda. And again, Misha Morgan, I'll keep praising her all day, just came across like that was that punched her in the gut. I'm sure you guys would agree with that. It was kind of like, it was like her face just like almost cringed and dropped when she was like, but I'm a good mother, despite what you think. And that's another, she probably was a great mother for her daughter. And she said later, another profound, the writing was amazing. I'm like, thank you, writers. You guys gave us some amazing writing. She said, I probably was such a good mother to her later daughter because of you two. Didn't make up. I mean, and some people's kind of warped mind where that makes sense, and it does on some level. I totally get it. So you're just like, oh, okay, got it. So all of that was, and they were getting to a point, and she was going, I wish. Her mother was like, I wish. Of course, soap fashion. Sis comes in, guns blazing, just like, okay. She's like, I told you. And so then her mother would tell her it was all a lie. I am her mother. She is my daughter. And it was so hard for her to believe that. I'm sure to shock, because your whole life was a lie, so to speak. Yeah, she does. I agree with you, Cherie. She other play Michelle plays vulnerability because she's a tough chick, but she's able to show her softer side. Almost the softer side of Sears, but that's a commercial. She knows how to do that, and so that makes for a great character, of course. But she really did show, like, this is I'm really hurt by some stuff falling over. Live television, kids, live television. She was like, I'm a grown woman and I'm very accomplished. Hillary was a star. I love those lines she was saying. Hillary was a star. They were all stars. We were all stars, and you lost out. You lost out. You lost out. So, well, I look at it this way: the sister, everybody's there's heightened emotions. So you do things that make no sense sometimes when you have heightened emotions, right? When you're acting emotionally, that's different than acting rationally, right? Great work by all. Love that it's a storyline that really that transcends color. I mean, they're three African American women, but it could be anybody. It was a great story, but it had those elements of a lot of Black folks are conservative. Come on, I forgot to wash this out. I'm gonna use this, an organizing tip. I'm gonna use this to store stuff in, like right now. I'll do this right now. You're gonna see this. I use extra clips, binder clips. They'll go in here. And then I have my clips in here too. So, anyway, little short. I mean, I'm an organizer by trade, so superorganizer.com. That goes over there then. Yes, hi GDD. The D, yes. Yes, all three did amazing acting job. I'm very proud of the storyline. And so now it's kind of like, where does it go? Now we can see where does it go from here. Do her and her sister find a way to each other? Do her and her mother do something? I'm curious. So we'll see. But that was a good, very good storyline there. We find out everybody dead. So her bio dad was some dude. He dead. Homegirl finds out cousin Rose is dead and that her daughter Hillary's dead. So when she heard that her daughter was dead, the actress who played, I gotta find her name. If you guys know her name, let me know. Who plays the mother? She kind of sat back and was like, she was literally taken aback that even though she had nothing to do with her daughter's dead. And somehow the mother, you must feel something. And then when she found out that cousin Rose was dead, you could tell she felt bad about that. So I think life is complicated. You don't know. But life is complicated. It just really is. Everything's just wrapped up in a bow. So I'm curious to see how much more of that continues. There's one story like, will Abby ever get pregnant? I think we already have an idea what's going to happen, right? I mean, sometimes it's so funny. So you have this storyline that's so good and could be cliche. It could be something that could be a really cliche storyline, but they did a nice little twist on it and found great actors to act in it. Then you have this storyline. It's been done so much. The infertility storyline has been done so much. Like, I know it happens to a lot of women. I know it's a prevalent thing in real life, but I'm just like, let's go through another one of these stories. I mean, I can already tell. They showed the scenes next week, and she's like crying, like I can't have it. I'm like, so that's all I can say about storyline. And then the fun part, there was some fun stuff that happened, and that the fun part was Taraya. Your Taraya fans, they came out and they had a good time. They're trying to cheer up Abby, and they were dancing, and Lola came out with the chocolate. That was a lot of fun watching Cameron Grimes and Kate Fairbanks just dance along. They played the music and they were like dancing. It was so, oh my God, I laughed so hard. It was cute. Some folks don't like that, and so like cute in soaps or comedy in soaps. I do. I think, sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't, but I like to try. Life can't be just drama 24/7, right? You have to have other stuff going on. And I know Taraya fans want any chance they can get to see their couple on screen. And it was and after all of that, a very important question came up, which I didn't even thought about either. I hadn't even thought about it. And that is babies for Taraya. And I liked their conversation. I liked that they didn't know, nobody overreacted, and nobody went, oh my God, and I want you down. They didn't do that. They didn't go that route. They went the route, and they're both going, we've never talked about it. We don't even know why. We've never talked about it. But I thought it was realistic. Not all couples want babies. Not all couples will have a baby on the brain. It's just kind of like, it's like not everybody thinks that. People think about it in the future, but they both said, we're not ready yet. We can't even take care of ourselves. And so I'm like, that's very interesting that they bring that up. But then now I'm scared. You guys, why don't I just not do this? Because it's overdone also. They decide to surrogate. One of them decides to surrogate for Abby. and they fall in love with the baby. Please don't do that. Please don't do. Please don't. Please, please, please. I even hate saying it out and putting it out. It's almost like saying Beetlejuice 3 times. I do not want to pronounce the universe, but as a writer, exactly. Oh, Krista, you're thinking the same thing as me. Oh my God, Krista Smith is thinking the exact same thing as me. You just said, I hope they don't connect that to. I know exactly. So we're not dumb. Soap fans are dumb. We've watched our soaps. We know how they do this. Okay, let me do another. Let me do another disclaimer or whatever. Which we'll use. I get that on soaps, there are certain tropes that they always use that are very soap-like, and many of them I don't mind. But nowadays, because soap's been on for so long, Wine Hour's been on 40-something years, I want some twist to it. If you're gonna do something close to that, let's do a whole twist on it, not the usual. Oh, it's like the same storyline over and over again. So I'm just kind of like, I'm scared. Krista, girl, I'm scared. You're gonna go that direction, and I hope not. Now I know they could probably make it cutesy and life affirming and all stuff, but I just have a feeling it could be worse. I like that Mariah and Abby are friends. They're kind of like they're family through marriage, also. Through Nick and everybody. Nick's her brother, and Nick's Mariah's stepfather. Well, kind of ex-stepfather, whatever. They're related. They're friends. I like the friendship. So it's like, don't do this. So we'll see. Oh, and then of course we got Faith spiraling, which is very realistic. Homegirl plays her is so good. Her friend is not good to her. Okay, we'll go back to a second. Sherry Calvert brings up a good point. I would love a same-sex couple adopting a baby storyline. I don't mind. So my thing is not necessarily adopting. They could have one of them could get pregnant. They could have a sperm donor storyline, which would be great later on down the line. Who's the father? You can play that kind of storyline out. But no, I think why not? Why not have have a baby and show them in a little. But I think we just see more of Taraya before he even gets the babies. I think. I have no problem with that either. But yeah, Faith is falling out of control. She's such a great actress. I hope that it continues. I like this part. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, to share it. I know. I love it. I love that they're having her go down a little path that teenagers go down. She's a rich girl, but she's a good girl, and she's kind of going down the wrong path by a friend, which happens. This Jordan chick. So I'm liking the storylines. It's very realistic, and the actress can pull it off. I think it's Ali Ava Lind. What her name is. She's good. I'm trying to get on the show too. I'm trying to get Heather Hunter King, who plays Summer, on the show also. So I'm working on stuff behind the scenes for you guys. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I am. So that's your Wine Hour recap and the spotlight for today. I said mini because it's me by myself and you guys here with me in here. Oh, you want some new babies on the show? Okay, Krista. I want some new babies. Let me turn it this way so I can see my crimson lights. Eyes are just like watering. Give myself a little rest. The show. What do you guys think of the show so far this year? We're 17 days in. Is it hitting? Is it not hitting? What do you guys think? I'm giving it right now a B. There's a couple storylines I'm like, a couple songs that are really good. It's got a B mainly because of the Amanda storyline. That's got a B. We need Taraya wedding first. Then I think you should have kids. I kind of think that. I think that's the line. They haven't done enough. They haven't been on enough to do anything. So that's what I'm like. That's what I'm saying. It's like that's what I'm thinking. This baby thing is going to be related to Abby. Why is there hookup? Well, they won't because she's in love with Kyle. They won't hook up. They look cute together. Wyatt and Summer be really cute together. I almost wish Summer was single and it went out there because you know how much. If you guys watch Bold and Beautiful, I'm not a folow fan, but she's boring to me. So yes, Wyatt and Summer, they look good together. Those actors look good together. Yeah, so I have no problem with that. But it's not gonna. I was not gonna happen because she's with Kyle. Mysterio, there you are, Mysterio. I don't like how Victoria's going after Phyllis and Lily in business romance rivalries. It's not really her shades of Victoria. Well, I say this, Mysterio. I said it's like the last time. Victoria is becoming Victor Jr. My stuff just fell. My glasses. I need those. She's becoming Victor Jr. I love live television. Love live television. Like, why are you falling on me? All my stuff just fell over. I think she's becoming Victor Jr. They're grooming her to that role. And remember, Nikki months ago was saying like, you're changing, you're becoming like your father. She's trying to become like her father. That's how they're writing her, because Nick is not like his father at all. So they're writing her like that. So that's why you're seeing the shades of Victor. There's mysteriously correct. There is shades in there, and she is going through. The Phyllis thing is kind of funny. I don't know. I mean, they make me laugh sometimes. In real life, they're friends, so it's kind of fun. What's up with Lola feeling dizzy? Don't know. I guess we'll find out. She mentioned the other day too about how she thought about babies when she thought she was pregnant with what's his name, with Kyle last summer. She mentioned that, and I have heard that they are, but I don't report on gossip on the show. Sharon Case is very nice, so I'm not gonna. You guys can comment in chat room. I'm not gonna confirm or deny anything. But Lola did bring it. She brought up that she remembers the feeling of being pregnant when she was with Kyle. You're gonna be too. All right, Kirsten. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a B. Like right now, there's some stuff they could ramp up. So they can get rid of. I see Gloria's back this week, so that could be fun. Every time Julia Chapman's on air, I'm like, and Kevin, I'm just like that. Very happy. Okay. Okay. So I don't see any more comments. Well, I guess we're not. Okay. Well, that was your Wine on Me Spotlight this morning. I'm James Lott Jr. Follow me where all James Lott Jr. is sold at James Lott Jr. on social media platforms. The show is on all streaming platforms. Wine on Me Spotlights on audio too. So you want to hear, if you're listening to me, hi. Thanks for listening. It's a big show for us on the audio space. So thank you so much. Your kidney is failing. So you think her kidney is failing? I know, but we have no idea, right? I mean, they're going. Adam isn't done yet, so with her. This show is on YouTube, JLJ Media. Hopefully, you guys subscribe. I want to thank everybody because I'm getting so many subscribers these days. I'm shocked. And the Taraya interview is now up to 13,000 views and still counting. It has been number one of all my shows for the last 6 weeks in a row. It's so far. It's right behind the Steve Burton interview. So Steve Burton's at 16, and his is getting attention too. If you Taraya fans get it past 16, if you guys become Taraya fans and Wine Art fans, make that show my number one show of all time. You gotta get to 17,000 views, which I have no doubt it can't happen. If you get to 17,000 views, I will see if I can get Taraya back on the show. I will talk to the people out there and say, okay, this show, I'll do a part 2. I'll talk to my people at YNR. If you can get it past 16,000 views, so you have to get to be above Jason. Because right now, you go on my page, you'll see it. It says 16 point something for GH Mini Spotlight Steve Burton. So we gotta get. So I'm thinking 17. We get 7. I mean, that one keeps going up a little bit too. But the try one is the one that's going up a lot every week. It's getting so to get it past 17, 18,000, I will ask to have them back on for a second time. I do that. Okay, kids. Take care of yourselves. See you the rest of the Sunday. Bye.